Hi guys, what's happening? Simply Mike here for the Definitive Yo-Yo. And today, we're looking at a high-end yo-yo from an unusual source. Today, we're looking at the Deluge by Rain City Skills. This is a sneak peek and a full review. Today's video is brought to you by a small road trip. Coming live and direct from Leipzig, Ohio, which is about 140 miles southwest of where I live at. But you've come here for the yo-yo. So notice, it's very striking in its all blackness. I want to address something. Rain City Skills occupies a unique niche in the yo-yo community. They're not unparalleled. They're not yo-yo recreation. They're not part of this angling series. They're not even part of like SF. They're the quirky brand, the off-kilter brand, the fun brand. I'll tell you what that means in a second, but in the meantime, a little more footage of the yo-yo. If you check the numbers, my Rain City Skills videos are some of the least watched. And because the yo-yo industry is still driven mostly by competition and competitive oriented yo-yos, you may be tempted to want to pass on Rain City Skills. But the Deluge is something you definitely want to consider. So I caution you against such a position. The Deluge represents Rain City Skills tiptoeing onto the higher end side of competitive yo-yo. Jeremy asked around and Jordan spoke up saying he wanted a yo-yo on par with a $300 Japanese model. And this is a sexy little beast. So the target was a competition bmetal in the same vein as the Japanese yo-yos, allowing for stuff like this. Now you go out there and practice like Evan did. Did they hit their mark? Well, a $300 yo-yo is a lofty goal, but for the most part I would say yes. And with that flat cap design, it does share a little DNA with an Anglem Zero of sorts. The hand feel is very similar to an Anglem if that Anglem were a W shape. After handling it for a little while, the size and dimensions actually put me in the mindset of a Duncan Orbital. Similar in size, shape, and characteristics. It's a little different, but check these numbers. I was very surprised to see that these two yo-yos have similar specs, except for the diameter where the Deluge comes out just a bit bigger. Nothing against the Orbital, but it didn't quite jive with me. This, however, this Deluge is surprising on the other end of the spectrum. A very pleasant surprise indeed. Full disclosure, Jeremy has sent over a lot of yo-yos, but I wanted to show solidarity. He didn't send this one. I purchased it on my own. I was pretty confident because Rain City is no stranger to competitive oriented yo-yos. They did the Metalhead and the Ouroboros. And before that, there was this lithium that Jeremy put out under his other King Yo-Star brand. And after putting the Deluge next to the lithium, I see that they're very similar as well. The Deluge seems to be a more refined version of the lithium and a little bit smaller. And how does it play? Well, I had to do a little micromanagement on this one. The bearing was a little wonky, and I wanted some string on here that I was really comfortable with. But after making those adjustments, this thing played like an absolute dream. It has that mid-weighted signature play style, and it is very relaxed, very chill. Although it is competitive, it's like one of the most chill competitive yo-yos that I've played recently. Very relaxing. Very therapeutic, actually. When it comes to bimetals, there's really only two different kinds. The competition ones that push you, and then the chill ones that you can linger with. This is the latter. Working on your tricks, hanging with your friends, no pressure. The Deluge is like the wisteria in that you simply throw it just for the sheer joy of throwing. But you can go beast mode if it comes to that. But check out what we get into for next time. A new voice has popped up into the Yoyo community, and instead of remaining just a voice, he put his money where his mouth is. And we have a pre-order to look at. We'll check this Yoyo out, and I'll have contest results next week. And if you're worried about the Deluge availability, Jeremy has assured us that there will be a full retail release in the coming weeks. Check with Rain City Skills website for more details. This has been the Rain City Skills Deluge Yo-Yo Review. I'm Simply Mike. I will check you guys out next week, and y'all have a good one. Peace.